Wow, that's annoying. Hi, it's 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd of June, 2023. Um, it's a Saturday down here in Australia, and it's cold because it's winter down here because it's June. And I just sat there and spent 22 minutes of talking about things, and you know what? The computer froze and crashed. So everything that I sat there and tried to save or tried to record, gone. Oh, I love technology when it works, and I hate it when it doesn't. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm just going to make this quick then, because I sat there and spent 20 minutes. Now I'm going to spend 5 or 10 because I'm tired. I'm not really tired, but so May 25th. We just recently had the most recent sale of leases, excuse me, from the Bureau of Land Management. There were 45 plots available in New Mexico and Kansas, which I'm like, yeah, that'll work. New Mexico and Kansas. Cool. Um, because I don't want to go to Alaska. 45 plots were available. 37 were successfully bid upon and awarded to companies. Okay, so here's what you look up. BLM, oil and gas, sale results, 25 May. And the Google search result on that will come back within the first one or two or three results. It'll be the BLM website, and you can actually download a PDF of all the bids, how much money. So that the reason I had to wait until like the 3rd of June is because it took them a little while to finalize everything. So even though it happened on the 25th, it's taken them a week or so to get everything onto the website and actually print it up. So here's the thing. So some information, some helpful information for you if you're interested in what we're trying to do here. There were maybe about 8 or 9 different companies that bid on all these things. They're mostly oil exploration companies. And one of them in particular, the one that I've actually contacted and said, hey guys, just out of curiosity, if I were to hire you to run an exploratory rig, how much would that cost? If I were to hire you to run the oil rig on my plot of land, how much would that cost? They haven't got back to me yet, but I'm sure they will. And there's like 8 other companies that I'll be sending the same message to in the next week or two. Um, and so, yeah, some of these, it's really interesting because the minimum bid is $10 per acre. And some of them were successful with just the minimum bid. As I said before, some of them weren't even bid on. So 37 out of 45. Some of them just no bids, which makes me think either it's an inaccessible area. You can't drive there. It's some sort of rocky area that you can't drive your trucks in, set up your drilling rig. It's someplace you would have to like helicopter in. Well, forget that. The expense is just ridiculous. So people are just not even going to bother. Also, drilling through rock, a lot harder than drilling through soil. Um, or there's already pre-existing geologist reports that sit there and say that this area is devoid of oil and gas. And so people are like, yeah, we're good. Thank you. We don't want to take a risk on that particular area. We think the probability of it coming back is low. Now, some of the ones that people don't know were the ones that probably got $10 per acre, which is the minimum bid. So it's like a 40-acre plot, $400, another $350 in different administration fees. So somebody that I just looked this up now owns for the cost for the low price of $750 American, now owns the rights, the mineral rights for that site, for that 40 acres for the next 10 years. Now, you have to pay rental fees. It's not particularly expensive. $2, something like $2 per acre for the first 2 to 3 years, then $3, and then eventually something like $15 for like the last 2 years. It doesn't matter. The point is that the government gets its piece, right? Gets its little bit of money. Some of them came in with bids in the millions, which is interesting. And at one point, I was able to find and look at the bidding war that existed between a couple different companies. And you're looking at that one going, okay, these guys spent millions. I remember just a second ago, 5 million, 10 million, 8 million just on a plot of land. And you're thinking, okay, somebody knows something. So two things. Well, I don't know, at least two things. Number one, somebody's already gone and prospected on that plot and they've come back as positive, right? They've got proof positive that there's oil and gas there, or it's right adjacent to, right? So you've got plot A, and this is the new plot that's being sold directly adjacent to something that has a working well. So if you know that in that area we've got oil and gas coming up, then the probability of oil and gas on that area right next door is probably very good. And so they're willing to risk $8-10 million. Now, we're not there yet. Okay. There's a whole bunch of steps we have to get from where we are. Because remember, this is just June 3rd, 2023. I can't touch any of the money that will be generated, just very little generated, something like $10,000 or something at this point, until May 1st, 2024, because I locked up all the liquidity pool tokens, right? Because I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be open and honest about this. So I can't touch that. That's fine. That's cool. When I do, I think I've already told you this in a different video, but I'm going to say it again. The idea is to immediately take 88% of all the liquidity pool tokens and lock them up again for another year. The reason for that is to enhance trust in the project. Okay, I'm not trying to cheat you. I'm not trying to do a rug pull. I'm not trying to pull all the money out of the project and suddenly run away. 12% will be available to be converted to cash. 1% per month. So from May 1st, 2024 to May 1st, 2025, I can't do math at this point in the morning. Can't do calendars, can't do math. What we'll do is we will take 1% per month and we will convert it to cash. Now, right now, that would be like $1,000 or something. I mean, the entire 12% would be nothing. But in a year from now, after I get out there and I finally get a chance to really start advertising, I was thinking like a July 4th, what's the word? A July 4th initial offering sort of thing. I don't know. I like July 4th. It's kind of obviously not too many people are going to buy on the 4th, but you know, that's the initial date for opening things up. If you're wondering where I've been for the past 2 weeks, I've been working. I've been working hard. I've been spending all my time doing overtime and trying to gain time, put money away. I have no money. I'm a poor man. I'm a father and a husband. I have no money. You know, I'm some poor guy who's just got an idea, who's trying to make it happen. So, the things I've been saving up for, most importantly, is a professional who's going to help me for about $1,000 set up an interface where we can have like 8 different social media sites, all for the People's Petrol Token. And the nice thing is that the interface allows me to just post on one place and it populates into all 8 of those sites. I'm like, thank you. I don't have time. I really don't have time to be somebody who spends all his time fooling around in social media world. It's not really my place. It's not really my idea. So That's all I want to do. So that's what I've been saving my money for. That's what will happen in, say, the next, I don't know, week or two. I need another paycheck. June's a bad month for me. There's a lot of stuff that comes due in June, a lot of things that need to get done. So yeah, I don't even want to think about that because it just becomes overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff I have to do and a lot of money I have to pay in the month of June. Calm down, relax. What else? Um, oh, basically, just quick recap. Um, the Bureau of Land Management just did that sale. 37, I believe, or 38 of the 45 plots were purchased. Now I know that it is possible to get a hold of one of those plots for only $1,000 American. On the other hand, it might cost you 10 million, depending upon, the probability of oil and gas. Um, we need to, to get some money. Let's be honest. This is going to require money. The companies that did the bidding, many of them are oil exploration companies, and I want to at least be interacting with them and learning from them about what they do and how they do it. Um, I'm interested in maybe hiring one or two of them because they are professionals and they know what they're doing. And yes, it's going to be expensive to hire professionals initially, but what are you going to do? Realistically, if you don't know how to do things yourselves, you have to turn to professionals. So we shall see. I don't necessarily want to do that because it's going to cost an arm and a leg. But if it's necessary for the very first plot, fine. That might end up being what ends up happening. Um, I don't know what else to tell you. Basically, I'm just slowly working in the background. I'm saving up a lot of money. Well, a lot of money, I wish. I'm saving up some money for things like getting the social media thing. I'm trying my best. I just want to let you guys know that I'm just a little bit tired right now and I've been very busy. And I have a lot of stuff going on. But I am in the background continuing to work on all of this. Uh, I've got, from now until the 1st of May 2024 to to put this all together. Now, around the 1st of May 2024, when we've got, say, 12% to work with, I'm going to slowly, over the next year after that, remove a little bit of the liquidity, put it in the bank, and let everyone see the bank account and see how much money's there. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that to take that trip to the United States and set everything up. But in the meantime, we're getting there, right? The most important thing is going to be a social media site or interaction or interface or whatever that's going to be up and running hopefully by July 4th. There's going to be a big push. I'll try my best to get us out there and get us getting some sales by July 4th, or that's the start date. And then basically just moving forward from there, slowly, bit by bit, continuing to learn, continuing to gather information about how this is done, because it is being done. It literally is real. The 25th of May, millions of dollars, something like $78 million overall, was garnered by the federal government in those sales. $78 million on one day's bidding. That's a lot of money. And these companies wouldn't be investing that kind of money, even speculatively, unless there was many more millions in oil and gas under the ground. Okay? So we're on the right track, We're just chasing. And it's kind of nice because we have a whole bunch of people who've already done it for us. They've done they've blazed the trail for us. They know what they're doing. They've done it before. So all we have to do is effectively follow in their footsteps. And we shall. We're going to do the best we can. So that's just the most recent update. Okay. I've learned some things from looking at the sales. I've learned some things by finding out some of the other companies out there that do this whole, like one of the companies, for example, had something and they mentioned the fact they had like 10 wells. That's a very small oil company, 10 wells. They have 10 wells of their own and they manage like another 20 for other people. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's interesting. And I'm wondering, how profitable is that? How does it work? You know, whole bunches of things I'm interested in finding out. So, things that I will learn, things that I will update you on are that sort of thing. Okay, so we're doing good. Um, so that's it for now, I guess. Thanks for looking. I will come back once a week, once every 2 weeks. I'm just busy right now. June is a tough time. It's always a tough time down here in Australia. I have a lot of stuff all coming due. But don't worry, and I'll keep everything going until 1st of May 2024, and then we'll sit there and we'll look at our financial situation at that point and see what can be done. Probably not a lot will be done in that first year, but you never know. The universe is a funny place. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you all again in a week or two. And as you can see, I'm sitting here. I can't. Where's my hands? As you can see from this computer over here, I'm rebuilding a lot of computers. I'm selling them as well. And that's an old computer, but I'm doing my best. So we need the money. I need money for advertising. I need money for tons of things. But we're getting there, little bit by little bit. So hang in there. Keep the faith. We're going to be fine. And I am going to end this now. Thanks for watching. Everybody take care. And I'll get back to you 10 days, 2 weeks. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.